Good morning. Today we're going to discuss the step-by-step procedure for Canadian immigration. So, were you planning to or are you planning to immigrate to Canada this year? If you were planning to apply for a PR visa to Canada, it is always advisable to take help or assistance from someone who has had the experience of the same and has succeeded at it too. Immigration to Canada is quite a complex process, and one small mistake can leave you at the start all over again. Sometimes a simple mistake or an oversight can become a reason for denial or rejection of the application, which I am certain you definitely do not want. So here is a stepwise process for Canadian immigration. If you so choose, you may refer to the points which I'm going to be mentioning soon and plan your immigration journey accordingly or under the guidance of a trusted immigration expert or advisor. First step is ascertaining your eligibility to apply for the express entry process through the 6 selection factors. 1. Age. 2. Education. 3. Work experience. 4. A valid job offer. 5. Language skills and proficiency in English language. 6. Adaptability. Next comes the NOC Code, which means National Occupation Code. Choose your NOC code wisely. Know and choose your NOC very carefully, as it can make or break your case. Next step is ECA, Education Credential Assessment. Get your education credential assessment done by an authorized third-party evaluation assessment agency duly approved by the Canadian immigration authorities like WES, ICAS, etc. This step takes approximately 8 to 10 weeks depending on the agency you decide to go ahead with. Next comes IELTS, IELTS. I'm sure you guys are well aware of the full form of IELTS. So you have to take your IELTS test, score at least the bare minimum required by the Canadian immigration authorities to proceed to the next step. This step takes approximately 4 to 6 weeks. Higher your IELTS score is, like CLB 9 or 10, will lead to a higher CRS score, which ultimately increases your chances of selection. Next is to check your eligibility points. Check your eligibility score under FSW, Federal Skilled Worker category. You need to score a minimum of 67 points based on age, adaptability, education, language skills, and work experience. These are the factors which we mentioned in step 1. Once you have the requisite eligibility points, you will find a place in the express entry pool. Step 6. Create your profile. Next step is to create your profile on the IRCC, the full form of which is Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada portal. You need to go to the IRCC portal to create a profile for yourself to start with the express entry process for the Canadian immigration. Next is submit your expression of interest application and wait for the ITA invitation to apply if your CRS, Comprehensive Ranking System score, is above or in the range of the current cutoff. For your information, the latest cutoff is hovering around 476 mark at the moment for all express entry program draws. Point 8. When to opt for the PNP, Provincial Nominee Program. If your CRS score is not close to the ongoing cutoff or CRS score required from IRCC, then look to apply for the best possible PNP, Provincial Nominee Program. It gives you the maximum leverage, chance, or an opportunity to get the ITA, which is invitation to apply from the IRCC. Next is waiting for your ITA. But while you're waiting for the ITA invitation to apply from the IRCC, it is usually a good idea to get your documentation in order during this period of time. Next is point number 10. Submit your application and documents within the 60 days from the day you have received your ITA invitation to apply. You are supposed to submit all the relevant documents and testimonials you had mentioned in your e-application form, and then maybe a few more. Please note, Very important. You can never be too careful while submitting your documents. Do not make a mistake or take things lightly here. Point 11. Key documents you need to submit along with the application. Number 1 is PCC, which is Police Clearance Certificate. Number 2 is your medical certificate for fitness. Number 3, submit the documents related to the proof of funds. Remember, you must maintain an average balance as per the IRCC requirements for the past 6 months. Number 4, education and employment related documents. Number 5, any other relevant documents relevant to your application that you have already submitted and supporting documents. Once you are done with the above, you go on and submit your application to the IRCC. Next is to wait for the visa approval upon verification by IRCC. Once the verification from IRCC is completed, you will get a PPR, which is a passport request. And then you can submit your passport to the nearest VFS for stamping of your PR visa. Here, at the risk of sounding commercial, I might suggest that it would be prudent for you to take help from an experienced consultant if you are not too sure about how and when to proceed further at any given stage. So do carry out a research on any consultant that you feel comfortable with. Get their assistance, because a good consultant is the best guide for you through this complex process. Next thing, what I'm going to tell you is for you and you alone to decide. Who you choose to consult with is entirely your choice, but please do your research thoroughly before you decide on the consultant, as your choice can make or break your case just as easily. The consultant you choose must be associated with ICCRC. Hope the information above has been of some help to you. Thank you and have a great day. And all the best.